Hello, I'm Eddy and welcome at the Course of Knowledge. While inflation is still going higher and the euro currency is on its lowest value since it's originated, governments are brainstorming over how they want you to know and believe that they are protecting your purchasing power. Really? Brainstorming? Yes, it really is brainstorming, but not to protect your purchasing power. It is to steal some more of your freedom and your savings. While doing so, they throw sand in your eyes and whisper gently in your ear that they do everything in their capability to protect you. They try to sell the idea that inflation is all to blame on some kind of disease, lockdowns and the war between Putin and a clown. Nothing is less true. Since 2008, many people with their profession in the financial world, as well as others that have knowledge in the monetary system, warned that quantitative easing and free money would come back as a boomerang. Central banks, mastered in throwing the boomerang as far as possible, are now being hit by its return. Trillions have been pumped in the market and only benefited listed multinationals that still paid out great dividends. In the meanwhile, those multinationals fired people to increase turnover in their balance sheets and to attract more shareholders. Another form of abuse of free money are the buybacks of their shares. In normal times, this would tell potential investors that the company was doing great. In manipulated times, like now, this is a scam. Buybacks in manipulative times give unaware investors the idea that the company is doing great, while in fact it is not. Buybacks in manipulative times are often done to polish the company's outlook, while the management policy and the financial numbers behind the surface are less shiny. After the lockdowns, many small companies saw the sword of Damocles above their head and could only survive with government handouts. Governmental help under the guise of free money, but in reality, a loan. As Ronald Reagan once said, the 10 words of a government that you may never believe are, "I am from the government and I'm here to help." Governments benefited well while lockdowns were installed. They got easy access to central banks, getting loans with hardly none of zero interest, then handed out to companies as misleading help. It would be the first time in history that the government is really helping you out. They only help to strip you from your rights and liberties, and leave you with nothing else than debt. People in debt are the perfect new slaves, and governments know this. Through history, debt was a disgrace. All has changed during the last few decades. Since a while, debt is the norm. If you have no loans, you must be mad. Debt is a simple tool to keep lower class, and especially middle class, enslaved, and where the super rich are getting richer. While the working class has paid for retirement in front, governments are seeking solutions to steal your retirement away, by installing new laws and rules that you need to work longer. Meaning that when you work longer, you have contributed more and will have less time to enjoy your retirement when it finally comes. Basically, it comes down to this. You will have worked longer for less. In Belgium, authorities came up with the marvelous fairy tale that you receive €50 more on pension for a year longer worked after your destined retirement. Postponing your retirement for a lousy €50 is also postponing to enjoy what is left of retirement before the Grim Reaper comes to get you. Probably that is exactly what authorities want, to die before retirement. Another way they rob you while protecting you is energy. Energy prices globally are going through the roof. In the same time, stealing your purchasing power and destroying your savings. People that have to drive longer distances to go to work are starting to work for gasoline or diesel. Paying 25 to 35% more to fill up the gas tank is ruining your wealth and demotivating to go to work. In some countries, petrol prices went higher than the mentioned 25 to 35%. Nobody knows when this madness will come to an end. But we all know that it will end when politicians will stop sanctioning everything what they believe that is politically incorrect. I know people that are changing jobs just because of the soaring petrol prices. As the West is imposing bans on Russian goods and is placing more sanctions on Mother Russia, the children of the West are paying for the foolishness and ego trippery of a bunch of unelected, mentally disturbed idiots. steering Western society towards a collapse of epic proportion. On top of that, they are fighting soaring energy prices with stimulus checks. Again, throwing with free money, knowing that just that free money is causing the existing inflation to begin with. A Californian solution to temper inflation was to send a stimulus check of $1,050 to each household to fight inflation. There is a word for authorities that want to fight fire with fire: criminals. For those that believe in stimulus checks and the value of free money, buckle up, you're heading for a heavy, bumpy road. Free money is never free. It is a direct attack on your hard-earned money that will be taxed in the coming years. Governments will hide these taxes as much as they can by increasing excise duties, contributions, environmental taxes, tourist tax, carbon tax, travel tax, climate tax, and so on. VAT and income tax are two holy houses that they try to postpone to tax more heavily. As national debts are unsustainable, it won't take long anymore before these two holy houses will be destroyed. One country in particular is mastering the game of taxation. Its government is the uncrowned king of trickery and deceit. In Belgium, energy tariffs were raised with a hidden tax of 20% on energy and distribution of gas and electricity. This was already done even before energy prices went skyrocketing. These extra and hidden taxes have never been removed. Instead, if energy prices go up by, let's say, 10%, you will in first hand pay more VAT that benefits the government. What people forget is that the hidden tax is going up accordingly with the rising of energy prices. So basically, in Belgium, people are paying taxes on taxes together with inflation. That is a criminal offense and a pure robbery of purchasing power. Instead of lowering taxes and VAT on energy, the Belgian government promised to give each household a stimulus of €100 as compensation for high prices caused by incompetence and inflation. Although earlier this year, they came up with a lower tax rate for heating your home. The funny thing is that it was only valid during the summer season. Other European countries seem to have similar measures. The Belgian government, where ministers earn about $10,000 a month, to ask a so-called expert group for advice. Expert groups formed mainly of also high salary staff that seems to advise as the government dictate. To protect you from inflation, they are now thinking to install car-free Sundays and reducing the highway speed limit by 20 km per hour from 120 to 100 km per hour. Maybe most of sleepy Belgians are not aware of this, but again, it is a direct attack on your freedom and has nothing to do with fighting inflation. Car-free Sundays is robbing you from your liberty to go shopping on Sunday. Reduction of speed limits is robbing your right to drive between the lawful speed between 70 and 120 km per hour as is written in the traffic law. Both have nothing to do with fighting inflation. Yes, they really do their best to protect you, isn't it? All of this government money lending and the unlimited backed by nothing of digital printed currency by the European Central Bank has weakened the euro to its lowest level since the start of the euro as a currency. Ironically enough, at the same time, there is no money anymore for the maintenance of the euro statue in Frankfurt. So they put it up for sale. If that's not a statement, nothing is. The euro will further decrease as inflation goes up. Inflation is nothing more than a long period of political and financial mismanagement that will grow larger till it reaches a turning point where all trust in authorities and central banks will vanish until the value of fiat money is zero. Be it by unawareness, stupidity, or by criminal action, and protected by political or bank immunity, history has showed time and again how inflation starts. So understanding history, it means that unawareness can be removed off the list, leaving criminal actions and stupidity as the main reasons for recent inflation. Bit by bit, they steal away your purchasing power due to future payable taxes. That's it for now. Please let me know your thoughts, ideas and beliefs in the comments below. Click the thumbs up button if you liked this video. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell if you want to hear more about my opinion on political and financial matters in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time.